Can you find food from many countries where you live?
I most certainly can. There are two outstanding international restaurants in my area. One of them is a charming little Japanese sushi bar. What makes this restaurant special is its commitment to authenticity and the freshness of its ingredients. The sushi chef is a true artisan, meticulously preparing each roll with precision and care, ensuring that every bite is a delightful experience. The second one is a vibrant Mexican restaurant. The best food at this restaurant is undoubtedly the tacos al pastor. These tacos are a perfect blend of succulent, marinated pork, fresh pineapple, and a variety of zesty sauces that create an explosion of flavors in the mouth. The combination of the savory meat with the sweetness of the pineapple is simply irresistible.
How often do you eat typical food from other countries?
I would say once a fortnight. It usually happens when I dine out with friends or when we have international food festivals in the city. For example, last week, my friends and I decided to try a new Korean restaurant that had just opened. We indulged in a variety of dishes, such as bibimbap, bulgogi, and kimchi, all of which were incredibly flavorful and offered a delightful change from our usual cuisine. The experience was not only a culinary adventure, but also a wonderful opportunity to learn more about Korean culture and its culinary traditions.
Have you ever tried making food from another country?
Oh yes, indeed I have. About 3 weeks ago, my family and I decided to have an Italian-themed cooking night. We made homemade pasta from scratch, which was an incredibly rewarding and fun experience. We started by mixing the dough and then rolling it out into thin sheets before cutting it into fettuccine strips. For the sauce, we prepared a classic marinara with ripe tomatoes, fresh basil, and a hint of garlic. The entire process was quite time-consuming, but the end result was absolutely worth it. Not only did we enjoy a delicious meal, but we also gained a deeper appreciation for Italian cuisine and the effort that goes into making traditional dishes.
What food from your country would you recommend to people from other countries?
I would highly recommend trying pavlova because it is a quintessentially New Zealand dessert that captures the essence of our culinary traditions. What makes this food stand out is that it combines a crisp meringue shell with a soft, marshmallow-like interior, typically topped with fresh whipped cream and an assortment of seasonal fruits, such as kiwi fruit, strawberries, and passion fruit. This delightful contrast in textures and the refreshing taste of the fruit make pavlova a perfect treat for any occasion.
Describe a law that was
showcasing the
introduced in your
natural
country
produce of
and that you thought was a very good idea. You should say what the law was, who introduced it, when and why it was introduced, and explain why you thought this law was such a good idea.
One law that was introduced in my country and that I thought was a very good idea was the Smoke-Free Environments Act. This law was introduced by the New Zealand government and came into effect in 2004. It was designed to protect people from the harmful effects of secondhand smoke by banning smoking in all indoor workplaces, including bars, restaurants, and offices. The law was introduced as part of a broader public health initiative aimed at reducing smoking rates and promoting healthier living environments. It was championed by the then Associate Minister of Health, Hon. Damien O'Connor, who was a strong advocate for tobacco control measures. The main reason this law was introduced was due to the overwhelming evidence that secondhand smoke poses significant health risks, including lung cancer, heart disease, and respiratory problems. By creating smoke-free environments, the government aimed to protect non-smokers, especially those who work in the hospitality industry, from involuntary exposure to tobacco smoke. I thought this law was such a good idea for several reasons. Firstly, it created a much healthier environment for everyone by significantly reducing the health risks associated with secondhand smoke. Secondly, it encouraged smokers to reduce their consumption or quit altogether, contributing to a decrease in smoking rates over time. Additionally, the law helped to shift social norms around smoking, making it less acceptable and thereby protecting future generations from taking up the habit. In conclusion, the Smoke-Free Environments Act has had a profound impact on public health in New Zealand, and I believe it was an exemplary measure in promoting a more
common in a school?
health-conscious society. There are two major rules that students are expected to follow. The major one is adhering to a strict dress code. For example, students are required to wear uniforms that meet specific guidelines regarding color and style, which helps to maintain a sense of equality and reduce distractions caused by fashion differences. The second important rule is maintaining punctuality and regular attendance. Obviously, if students were not required to follow this rule, then it could lead to disruptions in their learning processes and undermine the overall educational environment.
How important is it to have rules in a school?
I firmly believe that having rules in a school is of vital importance. For example, rules regarding behavior and academic integrity help create a structured and respectful learning environment where students can focus on their studies and interact with each other in a positive manner. These rules set clear expectations and boundaries, which are essential for maintaining order and fostering a productive atmosphere. Moreover, if these rules were not enforced, then the school environment could quickly become chaotic and disruptive. Without clear guidelines, there would likely be an increase in disciplinary issues and a decline in academic performance, as students might not take their responsibilities seriously. Rules are fundamental to ensuring that all students have the opportunity to succeed and feel safe in their educational setting.
What do you recommend should happen if children break school rules?
There should be several negative consequences of breaking school rules to ensure that students understand the seriousness of their actions and to maintain a disciplined environment. For example, if a student repeatedly violates rules such as not completing assignments or disrupting classes, then they should face progressive disciplinary measures, such as a formal warning followed by a detention or mandatory counseling sessions. This approach not only addresses the behavior, but also helps the student reflect on the impact of their actions. Additionally, those who are involved in breaking school rules should be required to participate in restorative practices, such as community service or peer mentoring programs. This allows students to make amends and understand the broader implications of their behavior, thus fostering a sense of responsibility and encouraging positive behavioral changes. By implementing these measures, schools can effectively address rule breaking while promoting a constructive learning environment.
Can you suggest why many students decide to study law at university?
There are several compelling reasons why many students choose to pursue a degree in law at university. Firstly, law is often seen as a prestigious and respected profession. Many students are drawn to the field because of the high status that lawyers traditionally hold in society. They believe that obtaining a law degree can provide them with opportunities for career advancement and financial stability. Secondly, studying law equips students with a set of versatile skills. The critical thinking, analytical, and communication skills developed during a law degree are highly valued across various industries. This makes law graduates highly employable, not only in the legal sector, but also in business, politics, and beyond.
What are the key personal qualities needed to be a successful lawyer?
Being a successful lawyer requires a combination of specific personal qualities that enable one to navigate the complexities of the legal profession. Firstly, strong analytical skills are essential. A lawyer must be able to dissect large volumes of information, identify key issues, and apply legal principles effectively. This requires the ability to think critically and to approach problems from multiple perspectives. Secondly, excellent communication skills are crucial. Lawyers must be able to articulate their arguments clearly and persuasively, both in writing and verbally. Whether presenting a case in court or negotiating with
that working in
clients,
the legal profession is stressful?
I firmly agree that working in the legal profession can be highly stressful, and there are several reasons why I support this view. Firstly, the legal profession is often characterized by high stakes and intense pressure. Lawyers frequently deal with cases that have significant consequences for their clients, such as financial implications, personal freedoms, or even life and death situations. This responsibility can lead to considerable stress, as the outcomes of these cases can hinge on the lawyer's performance. Secondly, the demanding nature of the job contributes to stress. Lawyers typically work long hours, including weekends and holidays, to prepare cases, meet deadlines, and manage a heavy workload. The expectation to be constantly available and the need to stay updated on ever-changing laws can add to the pressure.